welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, and today we are continuing on our Empire campaign, the glorious nations of men, back at it here. And to start off, we have a beautiful Confederation offer. Wissenland has finally come around, and bam, there we go. Something I've been trying so hard to get to happen since the early stages of the campaign, really.
Sigmar,
bam, just like that. Holy shit, Wissenland up. Let's go. Also, like, what are they doing here? Oh, lordy Lou. Okay, so get rid of you, get rid of you. That is fine. Get rid of you, get rid of you, because we have the Nuln Cannon Foundry. So we don't need a basic gunsmith up, because this handles it for us. Alright, random army. We're going to go ahead and get rid of you, because I don't care. Give me more money instead.
To the provinces.
von Lebwitz. Cool seeing you around, buddy, but we are going to have to get rid of you. I might as well put you in as a as the elector count, though, so that way we can get the Nuln Ironsiders.
Yes, my lord. At
least. You guys are like fairly high level, so I'll keep you around.
I trust no man.
I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with you yet. I do want to send a captain up there to be a scout for Chaos when they eventually show up, and then Witch Hunter. You can like go scout out down where Talea is and show me what's going on down there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think that's a good way to start off the episode, along with some interesting news. So welcome all. We're about to get back into it. Let me just get some Nuln Ironsiders like right off the bat would be great. Get that cooldown going off early. Because Nuln Ironsiders are great. They just fire super fast. Look at that, 79 missile strength. Just a better handgunner unit, really, and they fire super quick. So that's kind of like their whole things. They're like repeating rifles, basically. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and before we get too far into this, let me just go ahead and talk about some stuff. So when I record these, right, I'm recording them with mods on, which adds a lot of cool stuff. Like we get our Reichsguard boys here, and we wouldn't have them without him. But sometimes it comes with some added frustrations when they update them, and it doesn't exactly work out very well, which might happen here. So Sigmar's heirs and SFO, obviously vanilla based, are not going to work perfectly with each other right out the bat. So I use a submod. Only the Sigmar's heirs SFO submod has gotten passed on to people like 30 times in a row. I'm only partially joking, by the way. So it cycles through owners a lot, which is kind of sucky because vanilla stats of these knights are not great, right? And so the submods usually fix that, and we have a submod up for the new version, and then the creator has not updated that since like half a year by now. And then someone came along with a hotfix to make it work again. And now that hotfix is also broken because of an update to the main mod. So some of these stats of these knights might be a little bit lower than what was previously established, and they might perform a little bit worse because they're still going off against their SFO counterparts. But hopefully, within a week, it can be updated. We're not facing Chaos, so it's not like too big of an issue. These guys should be they should be fine for now, until Chaos shows up. In which case, I'm gonna want them to be a little bit better. So hopefully, like I can get this session this week, and next week it'll be fixed, and we don't have to worry about it. But you know, I'm prefacing this video with that in case some of the knights get their ass kicked. Just so you know. But anyways, we're in a good position here. Franz has his men assembled, and we are ready to bring the fight to the Greenskins and unlock our legendary weapon, Ghal Maraz, the Warhammer itself.
Now is the time, men of the Empire, to unite, for the orcs gather. Beyond the pass, a war boss draws to him all that is foul. an orc horde beyond imagining. As Sigmar fought, so shall we. We will become part of the legend. We will wipe the orcs from our door. And only when this is done, when our nation has healed, shall I take up Ghal Maraz. For Sigmar, for the Empire, for the Warhammer!
Hell yeah, yes sir. The Warhammer itself, the namesake of the entire franchise. Which I always thought neat, because in like 40k there isn't really a one to rule them all Warhammer, right? They don't have a Ghal Maraz equivalent. They have like power hammers and stuff, but nothing quite like Ghal Maraz. And I always thought that weird. It is named Warhammer, but there isn't even like a badass Warhammer. I don't know, just interesting stuff. Anyways, here we are, Blackfire Pass, where historically Sigmar led the burgeoning nations of men against the greenskin onslaught, and murdered the war boss, securing not only the Empire's future, but the friendship of the dwarves, and kind of legitimizing his rule a little bit more. Very cool. Get to come in and recreate it a little bit. Only it's going to be a lot easier for us this time around than in Sigmar's time, because we have artillery. We got Hellstorm rocket batteries, and those are gonna turn the tide pretty quick. We're gonna put our Reichsguard on the left flank and the inner circle on the right here. Might I just say these models look fantastic. I want to just also make sure that my rant about the mods isn't coming off as whiny. I appreciate what they do, but sometimes, man, sometimes it's the only issue with making a modded reporting series, for sure. Like, I just wish Steam Workshop would allow me to not update my mods and roll them back if I wanted to. That would be great. That would be perfect. But alas, here we are. Hellstorm rocket batteries, so I want you to focus the big guns. Get rid of those guys. And these Hellstorm rocket batteries are going to mince through everything that they hit. The only problem with Hellstorm rocket batteries, of course, is that they are inaccurate. But hey, sometimes that's a blessing in and of itself, because we kind of hit that Goblin Archer unit and completely eviscerated them with a botched shot. Got some Goblin Wolf Riders coming in. We should be able to see them off without too much trouble. We're gonna get Franzy Boy over here. And we're gonna wipe out their Lord real quick. Those guys dealt with. Alright, all my boys. Oh, what a gork. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Luckily we didn't lose too many models, but our HP is definitely lowered. I think that's their Lord dead, yep. Their Lord has fallen. Bring you guys back. Bring back these Reichsguard, they're overextended. Have you guys deal with those Night Goblins. Alright, you guys fire into them. Get those Kerber great swords going.
Position! Sir, yes, General!
Alright, coming down Earthblood. These guys going up here. And he goes, okay, and our dwarf allies have finally arrived. And I wonder if you guys can... No, do not move there. Shoot them, please. I don't want my artillery to move into melee range. That's not exactly where they tend to thrive. Bring you guys back here a little bit.
Great swords!
Alright, Gerber Great Swords and the Reichsguard working together. See off these orc boys. You guys reform along here. We might be able to get rid of these. Weird arc, but luckily Hellstorm rocket batteries naturally arc anyways, so that's good. Not quite as well as like mortars do, but still a good amount. Alright, so we need to pop a regrowth on anyone. Maybe on these some of these knights. They are getting pretty low, especially on like these guys. So I'm surprised their HP has fallen so much when they're only like fighting what, Goblin Wolf Riders? You know, it's how it goes, I suppose. Alright, Reichsguard, we're going to go ahead and reform you. Norberg, great swords. Bring you guys back. Honestly, just fired at anyone. Well, 9-siders, by the way, to get a nice close-up of them. Very cool. They even got their banner bearer there. Iron sides.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Very cool. I don't think they have a good line of sight on anyone here. Well, actually, those goblins should be able to hit them. A good 170 range, slightly higher than normal handgunners, but still good enough. And yeah, look at his fire rate. They just basically keep on firing for as long as they can see the enemy. Alright, and Hellstorm rocket batteries, start focusing your fire onto that area.
By Sigmar's will! Yes, sir! Quickly!
I think it's time to be reformed. Use our Reichsguard to help out our dwarven allies here.
I speak, you act!
Force them into there, vaulted. You guys take up the center. Hellstorm rocket batteries. Some good work. That's them up. We got a bunch of black orcs streaming down the mountains now. Get a rear charge into these guys. How about the dwarven miners? I'm basically just going to leave these dwarves to deal with what they got by themselves. So, you know, sucks to suck, I guess. But hey, you know, they're buying us valuable time. Alright, the immortals are in here. Grimgor's personal bodyguard moving in with the Crimson Killers. It's a pretty scary and nasty combo of infantry, really. Greenskins, historically having some of the best infantry in the game, and they can mess you up. Black Orcs are very scary. You definitely want to make sure you're thinking carefully when engaging them. Whoops, I actually brought you guys over to the wrong side. Since you're here anyway, you can deal with these guys a little bit. Hellstorm rocket battery, though, they're definitely putting on the hurt. Even against elite armored infantry, they cut through because they just have such a high weapon strength going on that it doesn't really matter all that much. They can still murder each individual model in the unit. It's just one of the many reasons why armor is not that great. Okay, you guys should fire onto like them maybe. Handgunners, focus down the Ragnarok spider. Goddamn giant spiders. One of the many things I would not want to have to face in the Warhammer universe. Gigantic spiders? Yeah, no thank you. Especially because they're like ridden by even more nastier goblins and greenskins and such. Get the Norberg greatswords going over here. March up to match them. Call Franz in here. Reichland Runefang should give them a little bit of extra leeway here. Earthblood from our boys rolling. Okay, yeah, we're getting a little bit of friendly fire, so fire kind of like further up the mountain. And you guys go into here, and then we're going to get a nice dwellers below here in the center of this blob. Get down here, Franz. And you go ahead and pop all of Walton's abilities.
My rule is absolute. This is my command. The Empire. Obey.
Perfect. You guys going into the fight.
Reichsguard Knights for Franz.
Oh, perfect. The dwellers below really soften them up. They're starting to break the greenskin morale. Not known for being the most sturdy.
Glory to the Empire.
Bring you guys around. And where is Grimgor himself? Crimson Killers. I don't know where he is. He could be anywhere really. No, that's a... Oh, there he is. Go ahead and bring in these guys. Get a rear charge. But army losses is kicking in. And bam.
Reichsguard Knights.
The Greenskins are once again held at Blackfire Pass, and the Empire is secured. And bam, there we go. Greenskins repelled once more, though we did have to take a loss of one of our halberdiers here. Go ahead and just execute him, honestly. Perfect, but more than anything else, that means Franz now has the Ghal Maraz in his possession. Ghal Maraz, so good. Combat steroids for Franz here are just insane. They really do make him a nightmare to face in battle, which is good. That's what we want him to be. We're gonna need that to face off the duelists coming our way in the form of Archaon and Kolek and Sigvald. All of them are terrifying duelists that you gotta be careful around. All right, Volton, your melee attack is insane, but your melee defense really has some catching up to do. Go ahead, get me another Imperial Foot, and then we'll upgrade you to a halberdier version.
I command here.
And there we go. Another one to fill in the place. And we did unlock some of the last of our regiments of renown. We got one more coming up in the Royal Dwarf Griffites, a very powerful unit. We're going to go ahead and get rid of one of our regular Hellstorm rocket batteries and replace it with the Sunmaker. Sunmaker, super good. That fire damage. Extra ammunition is like, what is that, like 13 more shots, which, I mean, that's a lot.
Son of Sigmar.
It definitely adds up.
Sigmar.
And along with just having a slightly higher firing rate and damage output. Alright, now that we have Franz all ready to go, I might go to war with Marienburg, secure their port. Just for that extra money. And Kara-Karin, the Harbinger of Disaster. I mean, okay. We have an alliance with them, so I have to join in the war anyways. Don't really get a choice. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade our authority here. Okay, and Altdorf, what do we want to upgrade first? Give me the Colleges of Magic. Oh man, we got a lot of extra money here too. These are good, and this allows me to get the Great Imperial Dragon. But then again, the Hammers of Sigmar are also really good. And of course, get the dwarves up in here.
The nation calls.
All right, wonderful. So now we're looking good. I think Zintler's Reichsguard, are they much better? Honestly, they have such a low weapon strength. That's weird. That's weird to see. A lot lower and like slightly better stats. Yeah, actually, I don't think we need them. We need them in the army. We'll just stick with the regular Reichsguard at this point. I mean, there could be buffs that Franz is giving that aren't factored in yet, but
move.
I don't know. Move you up to Aelhart. And then we join like someone's war against the Marienburg.
Come
war
then.
with? Oh, they're only a war with 1,000 miles now. Oh, that makes it annoying.
Approach
that makes
your
it
friend
really annoying.
and make your offer.
Okay, well, we have to wait for another faction to go to war with them, really. Because I don't actually officially know these guys. Well, I can send up a hero. Let's send let's send you up to go meet them real quick, and then we can join their war against them as well. Warrior priest, you're just stimulating the growth. Actually, it doesn't really matter here as much anymore. So we can get rid of this farm and put something else there.
What do you
because
require?
Altdorf's maxed out now.
There is power within prayer.
So bring you back down to null. You can help the growth there. And it's time for Volkmar to start earning his keep.
What?
And to start, we're going to go ahead and get rid of Throg here. Bam. Alright, let's see. What does he have? Alright, auto result. Balance bar does not like us. He has 2 Frostworms. Okay, Mammoth's a little bit scary. The Frostworms, of course, scary. Fimir Warriors. Infantry, not too scary. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and bring the Righteous Fury of Sigmar down upon these filthy Norskins. Alright, and the field is set here. Almost hit start battle by accident there. We don't want to pre-launch this before we're ready. Okay. Hellblaster volley guns. You guys are going to be very important here. Let's go ahead and set up our front line. Want to leave enough space because they are going to break through because they got a lot of, you know, charging things. That's the way Norska goes. Norska is a scary faction, and you really don't want to underestimate them because they will mess you up. Their monsters are definitely something to be feared for sure. Because they can just bust in and break you before you have a chance to respond. It's really a war of attrition with the Norskins, kind of like the Beastmen, honestly. If you can stop their initial assault, usually they completely run out of steam, and you can just finish them off in a grind. But it's getting them to stay there. That is the tough part. Bring up our flagellants. Nice gold line in the back. And alright. Okay, Berserkers are scary. They can get in there. They are in March stance, so they're going to be tired. These Frostworms are probably my biggest concern, honestly. We'll go ahead and let the Hellblaster volley guns open up. Let them roar. These Berserkers coming down.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
So, yeah, maybe like focusing on these Fimir would be better. Just because getting rid of all of their monster support is going to be huge. And the great thing about Hellblaster volley guns is they're good against infantry, they're good against monsters, they're good against single entities. As long as, you know, you can keep that fire on them, the damage will rack up. Oh, we got some kind of spell coming down. Burning Skull. It's not going to do much. It's really meant for blobs of lightly armored infantry. Oh yeah, look at that. Female Warrior's already like at half HP here. So open fire on those guys. And they're coming in. Go ahead and send up the flagellant, the Sigmarite disciples in support. That's the gold line to come deal with these guys.
The Empire endures. Battle awaits.
Those guys are getting messed up. Let's focus down that Feral Mammoth or Hellblaster volley guns now. Go ahead and help get rid of these Norscan Ice Wolves. Pop down your support stuff. See if we can murder their Fimir Bale Fiends through their caster. Alright, you guys focus down that Feral Mammoth. And Norscan Ice Wolves getting seen off. Flagellant's just enough to see them off here. And go ahead, hammer goblins. Oh, good. The Feral Mammoth's getting messed up real fast.
Prepare the combat.
On getting them here. Bring the flagellants around, get a nice flank. That Feral Mammoth is going to fall here. Good. Switch focus to the Frostworm. Hellblaster volley guns keep on focusing down their Fimir. Get a nice recharge in on these Marauders.
We await your orders.
Yeah, the Frostworm not having a good time. Handgunners unleashing their volleys now. Yeah, and that thing's done. Perfect, and it is officially dead. See if you guys can hit the Werekin. And bring you guys over. Start hitting up on Throg. Alright, surround him. Volkmar does have flaming attacks, so it is going to help bring down Throg, because of course, as a troll, he is weak to fire. Right, but we do seem to be fending them off. Their ranks seem to be breaking. Good, those Hellblaster volley guns too. They're so good. Probably my personally favorite artillery unit in the game. Because, I mean, they're so versatile. They're so cool, dude. It's basically like an early Gatling gun. And if you ever played Shogun 2 Rise of the Samurai, you know how badass Gatling guns can be. Oh, they were so good. Just mulch through infantry with them. Keep on Throg. Don't let him escape. We'll see if the Hellblaster Mulligans can finish off the Veil Fiend. Not gonna just listen to them. They're so good. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, the Veil Fiend is dead. Let's see what we can chase off. Oh wait, they're in March State, so we don't even have to worry about it. Bam, there we go. Throg, the Troll King, is a king no more. Bam, Throg. Get wrecked, man. Is caught in March stance, so yeah, his army is going to be destroyed. And yeah, we handled that with quite a few less losses than I was expecting, honestly. Perfect, and the Jade Griffin quest is open for Volkmar once he's ready for that. Not to mention he got an upgrade for himself. And yeah, get Lightning Strike, super important to have. You never know when you're in a situation where you want to take out just part of a enemy force and not take on the whole thing. And you know what, like the weapon strength I think is probably more important. Volkmar and the Warrior Priest together making a pretty effective goon squad. Ooh, okay, yeah. So that's a bit of a problem. That's what I was worried about. That Throt would be there. Alright, so we're gonna pull back here. So that if Throt wants to come at us, he will not have the garrison to support him, which honestly isn't all that much anyways. Yeah, we need to pull you back. Very cool there, and Gelt still over here watching over the Vampire lands, making sure none of them rise from their crypts while our forces are away. And Balthazar Gelt. Let's get your Transformation of Lead as well. It's a pretty good debuff spell. Help out the front line. And our Warrior Priest here. Yeah, making more tanky up in the front. And Tools of Judgment, extra bonus versus large. You know, it helps him fill in a niche role that's very important for the Empire, being able to get rid of an enemy's large units. Very important, because the Empire really relies on having that combined arms fire working together. And if they can punch through and shut down your ranged forces, usually you're going to face defeat pretty quickly. Alright, Throt's coming at us here. Auto-resolve does like our chances a bit. So we're going to go ahead and face him on the battlefield. And show them that the Church of Sigmar cares not for what heresy you believe in. But that only that you believe in heresy, and it shall be your due. And bam, here we go once more. Oh, this is a pretty bad map for this as well. Because we really want just like a large... firing lane for our Hellblaster volley guns, because they're definitely going to be central to winning this battle. But we will still manage. We'll probably use like this little opening here. Keep our Knights of the Gold Lion over to here, and I haven't really showed them off. I didn't use them too much last battle because they couldn't do much, but it's going to be very important here. Look at this. I mean, just look at this this scheme for them. Don't they look just badass? Got the lion, the gold and silver. In red. Very good color scheme. They're going to be very important, needing them to get around and shut down the Death Globe Bombardiers. Because those guys are allowed to fire in, it's gonna hurt a lot. Alright, we're gonna kind of set up like this. Sigmarite Disciples. Should also like show off all of these guys. Very cool, basically Warrior Priests in training. Disciples in. They got the magic attack. Good AP. They're a really good support unit. They have the discipline trait and Shield of Sigmar. So as long as they are around, they're giving 10% physical resist and immune to psychology and AoE around them. So yeah, really good to support the front line. And of course we got the Flagellants. Always good to have some Flagellants. An unbreakable high AP unit getting in there. And in SFO they actually hit quite hard. I mean, look at that, 49. With a majority AP. And that hurts. With 60 melee attack with flaming and the bolstered attack trait, they can hit hard. They're not going to last too long, because of course they're just flagellants, but they will hit hard. Okay, and you know what, honestly, keep you guys together, because over here there isn't a really good spot for them.
Behold the light of Sigmar.
Alright, bring our heroes together.
Ready for battle.
Alright, luckily they don't have any, like, artillery on their end, so they're going to have to come to us and survive the fields of fire here. And I'm hoping these guys cut in sharper so that we can keep our little Cav Vanguard hidden for a while. Because our Globadiers are probably going to be, towards the center. Okay, and Throt's definitely going to be an issue on his big old rat boy, Brood Horror. Brood Horrors are pretty scary. Alright, perfect. And now they're starting to get into range. Hellblaster Volley Gun's gonna unleash on them. I'm not really worried about the clan rats. My knights will easily be able to deal with them. It's exclusively the Deathglow Bombardiers and Throt himself. Right, and some of them are in range. It looks like they are cutting in, so that's good. Start firing off on them. And we get a little bit of crossfire from that as well, which is good. Save and Slave Signals, again, not really that big of a deal.
For the Emperor!
We are wiping out some of them. Fortunately, not quite as quickly as I would. We're going to switch to Throt over there, start picking away at him a little bit. Move our boys. Oh, we got some Death Runners over here. Okay, well, we'll charge into them. Get a nice charge off. Death Runners are very scary, but Cab is not their strong suit of murdering. They're more for murdering that those elite infantry and getting stuck around. Pop them off. With the Gutter Runners, though, it's not a great spot to be in. All right, guys, switch. Yeah, those Deathglow Bombardiers, man, they can hit hard. Alright, get you guys on him. Now, Throt, I believe, also has regen, so the fire damage from Sigmar should be good as well. Oh yeah, nice little light. I'm getting a little bit messed up here. They got a lot over here.
Taking position!
All the Clan Ashen units, of course, have stock.
For the Helden Hammer!
So you never quite see them in time.
Sigmar calls!
Death Runners causing quite a bit of problems, but Throt just died. Very good. Oh, good. These guys are just like pushing up into range.
Yes, sir!
Alright, that's fantastic. Get you guys in. Oh, those are Death Runners. Okay, so we need you guys in. On top of them, and our cab did break.
Offering battle prayer. The Empire. Battle ready.
Save. We can't stack our buffs, so we want to use them intermittently with our other boys. Good. And the Deathglow Bombardiers have they have been vanquished here. Hellblaster Volley Guns now have a beautiful target, literally just right in front of them. Alright, move you guys over to deal with this blob. Alright, and yeah, pop your combat buff. Alright, bring the Knights of Gold Lion back over here.
Ready for war.
Clan Rat's getting into the artillery, but that's okay. I mean, already these Hellblaster Volley Guns have done work. Really, all that I'm worried about now are their Death Runners. We're able to break those guys off over here. Bring you guys in. Knights go to work outnumbered. But, you know, doing Sigmar's work here. I get a nice charge coming down on these guys. Oops. We might have done a little bit of friendly fire there to our own Knights. Kind of forgot they were on area attack. Good Knights of Gold Line coming down for his beautiful charge there. Oh yeah, this is going to be a good Soul Fury. Oh, fiery wrath of Sigmar raining from the heavens. Beautiful. Yep, Death Runners, Eshin Triads all routing here, surrounding these clan rats. Perfect. Have you guys turn around and fire into these guys?
Sigmar's will.
Alright, good. See off these Gutter Runner Slingers. Oh, some more clan rats. I am on the lookout for where those other Death Runners went.
Sigmar speaks through me. Sigmar preserver.
Guys have the Hellblaster Volley gun turn here. Help get rid of the blob. Volkmar is going to be able to just like tank all of these guys. And with the Flagellants, just be able to hold them off. And there we go. Army losses kicking in. And Throt's Brood has been vanquished here. Barely, but we took some losses for sure. But bam, there we go. The leadership for the Skaven, always their biggest weakness. And the Sons of Sigmar here have been able to endure. Alright, and bam, there we go. A victory, but a costly one for Volkmar here. But that should see Throt off. And we can bring Volkmar back in. Him and his hero survived, dude. Oh, 20% extra HP. I need to get that on Franz. Holy, that's a lot. 20% extra HP is a lot. That's good on Volkmar too. Don't get me wrong. He's pretty badass, especially once he gets on his pimp wagon, going over there and shouting all the blessings on the foul fiends of chaos.